I am on the other side where I go through my portal as a shaman to get into the upper world, it's called, and this is where I meet my team. And my team is, today, God is here, Mother, Father, God, which is the source of unconditional love, in my definition of the source of unconditional love. And Jesus was here, Buddha, Krishna, Archangel Michael is here. It's a small team today, but preparing to come, I felt the Elohim were surrounding us, a legion of dragons were surrounding us, elementals. So there's tremendous support today for this wisdom to come forward. I think all elements and aspects of beings on earth are looking forward to what is next with this whole coronavirus shutdown. So we're all wanting wisdom and truth. So I am on my golden dragon named Gilly, and we are listing in the air to go between. She has her coordinates. She knows where to land and arrive in which time and dimension and area of space. So here we go. I can feel the vibration of us lifting and moving. And then when she flips, you go into a void. This is a long one. Oh, here we go. We're coming out. The longer we're in between, the more time, space, dimensionality occurs. Usually if we go out into our galaxy or the Andromeda galaxy, it's a much faster flip than that. So I'm not able to see anything yet to know where we're at. Very darkly. Where are we? Are we in the universe? Yes. What galaxy are we in? Is there a name to this galaxy? You'll recognize it as soon as we get there. In a meditation last night, I was told that I had a symbol. It was a planet. And it was a planet I would know and remember. Is this Kyronia? Are we in Kyronia? Yes. What are we doing here? You'll see. More tidbits, please. I need some more info. This one's odd, Mark. I don't know what we're doing in Kyronia. To fill everybody in, Kyronia is a planet I lived on and became a dragon rider on. That's when I
Yeah,
first
we both
worked
were
with
there,
dragons.
remember, Karen? We were both there together.
We were there before, but I didn't think you worked with me then.
I've been there.
I didn't think we... I know, but
Okay.
we weren't dragon riders together in that lifetime. I know you've been there before. Yeah.
Yeah. I was just go ahead. Go as you got it. It's fine.
We're just hanging. Okay, Gilly. What? We're waiting. We're waiting. Are we waiting for Galilee? Yes. They've been waiting on us. Our time frame today got a little off, so that's what Gilly is saying. They were waiting for us to be ready to do this journey and get this information. And there comes the ship. All righty. We're going into the cargo hold. Kind of a... Wait, are we going into the cargo hold? I keep getting two different images of ships. One is a cargo hold and one is a... okay. We're going to be using a small cigar-type shuttle. And I kept seeing the shuttle, but I kept seeing the ship, but I didn't know. I saw myself on the shuttle, but I saw us going into the cargo hold at the same time. So we went into the cargo hold, which is where Gilly will stay. She loves this. I got to tell you guys something, because I don't usually speak this, but when Gilly goes into one of these ships, they treat her like a queen. She gets all these snacks. She gets stuff brought to her, liquid. She gets some water. She gets whatever her little heart desires. They treat her like a queen. It's amazing. So she loves this. She just loves this, and she gets attention. So sweet. You know, it's almost like a dog. I mean, she's like a golden retriever in some ways. That's how they dote on her. Oh, she didn't like that. I meant with love, sweetie. I meant with love. Not a dog. I beg your forgiveness. Thank you. Okay. Hello, Galilee. Namaste. Namaste, Karen and Mark. Come. We have exciting information for you today. Great. All right. Now I'm getting out the shuttle. Go ahead, Mark.
Yeah, looking forward to it. And as always, we love and appreciate all of you. Thank you.
He is bowing. I'm alone on the shuttle, aren't I? Yes, you are. Me? It's only us? Wow. Okay. And we're taking off. Out of the ship and to Kyronia. Are we going to Kyronia, or are we going to a ship around Kyronia? Very good, Karen. You caught that immediately. I just saw this huge mothership uncloak for us to enter. Oh, my goodness gracious. And we went into the mothership. Why couldn't Gilly go right to the mothership? We needed to arrive together. I needed to bring you on board. Okay. And I didn't need a cloak for this one? All right. No, you're good with me. Thank you. Thank you. All right. We're getting out. No. Oh, my goodness gracious. This cargo hold looks like one of our airports with tons of shuttles. Oh, my goodness, there's hundreds of shuttles. Are these all people here for a meeting? Many are. So this is going to be like a galactic meeting. Yes, it is. Come on. We must hurry. Okay. All right, we're on one of those huge people movers. The space is just huge. Think of this cargo hold like a football stadium's parking. That's how much space there is in just this cargo hold. And this is one of several in this mothership. Hard to believe that they can fly. Fascinating to me. Still, in all this time, it's still fascinating to me. All right, we're on a people mover. We're moving up out of the cargo hold, and such a fast, efficient method of moving people. Lots and lots of people. It's pretty empty, though. Has everyone else arrived? Are we some of the last ones to arrive? There have been meetings earlier than this. Most of them came for those meetings. It wasn't necessary for you to be in those. Okay. Got it. And we're going down hallways. There are... Oh, think of one of those scenes from Star Wars in the bars where there's all these beings of all different sizes, shapes, ilks, colors, proportions. That's what I'm seeing in the hallways. Wow. Wow. Okay, so why around Kyronian? Kyronia? Why around here? Remember, this planet is one of equality. All species are equal. This is one of the planets that exist as a oneness planet. They don't eat each other. There is no hierarchy of a food chain. It is a place that all species feel safe to come for these kind of meetings. They're often done here. You just didn't realize that before. We have never brought you out here for one of these meetings, but it's because of the oneness factor. It's because of the acceptance factor. It's because of the light energy that this planet produces that allows all to eat, to be nourished without food. That's fascinating. Why is it, though, that every time I see this planet, it's dark? I don't see a sun around it. The sun is literally inside of it, and that's what produces the nourishment of this planet. You know, that's interesting, Mark. I don't ever remember seeing light. I've been here on several personal journeys, and we've been here once or twice before. And I don't ever remember seeing a sun around it. No, its sun is internalized, and that's where the nourishment comes from. So is it always dark in here? It seems like it's 24-hour darkness. There are waves of light. It does rotate, but there's longer days of darkness than not in Kyronia. And that is why it has two suns, one inside the planet and one outside. But the advantage of that is to not need to eat other beings. Amazing. It's being studied, Karen. We're studying it to see how do we bring that source of nourishment, how do we recreate it, to bring it to other worlds, to stop the need from a hierarchy of the food chain. It's a fascinating study. Perhaps one of these days we'll take you to that research. That'd be fascinating. Good. Thank you.
Yeah. I love that idea. Thank you.
Okay, we are now in a huge auditorium. It's one of these that's beyond nosebleed section. I can barely even see the stage. We are so high up. Wow. Okay, we're sitting down, and it's, of course, we're in like the last row because we're coming into this meeting late. But this is better, Karen. We can sneak out. Okay, I'll trust you on that one. And we can talk. We won't disturb others. Good. Appreciate that. Yeah, there's hardly anybody up here where we're sitting. I'm serious. This is beyond nosebleed. I must be 100 feet at least from the stage. 100's not enough. More like 500 feet from the stage. It's a good 1.5 football fields or 2 football fields from the stage. Yeah. It's a long way. Okay. And I saw Pierre earlier when I was stating my intention for the journey. Are the Blue Avians going to be here? He's smiling. Oh my goodness, they're coming to give a message. So we're here for a Blue Avian message. The Blue Avians, guys, if people listening to this show haven't listened to previous years of shows or don't know of Corey Good's work, the Blue Avians are one of the builder races. David Wilcock is convinced that the Blue Avians are Ra and that deliver the wisdom in the Law of One books. So I've been to several meetings that they've spoken in, Pierre has spoken in, and I've had several personal journey experiences with Pierre. In fact, one was last week. Brought me wisdom about the consciousness field and how to heal someone's consciousness field in all of its light aspects, in all of its dimensionality. So, this is exciting. Okay. All right, someone just walked out on stage. Do you by any chance have binoculars, Galilee? Wait. Oh, they just did a virtual field, so it's like the person's in front of us. This is great. Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Namaste to all of you. He's making sure that all the monitors are working. So all of these monitors translate what he's saying into the language of the people in the section. So each section has the field is translating in their language. That's so cool. So cool. So everything is working. So we are ready. Thank you all for coming. We at Kyronia are honored to be hosting this event. We are looking forward to the wisdom we bring forth. We have had very successful sessions so far. And in this session, we are thrilled to have the builder race, the ancient builder race, here to provide us with wisdom of how our ascension process is going. Because no matter what planet you are on, whenever you have second, third dimensional planets going through their shifts, it affects all of us. We've been through this before, in good ways and in harmful ways. We've all learned that it is in our greatest good to not ignore planets that are going through ascension. Because if one explodes, if one is mishandled, if beings are mistreated, we all feel the quantum field's effects of that. We've got multiple planets going through that scenario right now. Welcome. You're all here. And we want to serve and assist in this process to make it as smooth, gentle, and as supportive as possible. With that said, I would like to welcome Pierre from the Blue Avian race. The whole assembly, everyone's standing and applauding. Ah, that's so wonderful. Yay. It's quite an uproar. Oof. He is bowing his head for everyone to sit and be quiet. I felt it was necessary to come back and address this assembly because of several things happening on planets in this universe at this time. These issues that are happening are creating a type of war. They're creating a type of war between spirit, between evil, between good, between bad, between controller, between controllee, between victimizer and victim, torturer and tortured. It is creating a huge cataclysm of separation that is affecting all of you right now. Whether you realize it or not, it is a wave that has begun, and if it doesn't stop, this wave of energy will hit all of you at sooner or later with varying degrees of intensity. This is the concern that is happening right now. We asked you all here to play a part in the transition of this energy. If we all address it now as a small wave, it will be much easier to shift. If we wait until it hits every single one of your planets, it will take centuries to undo. Now, we know time is a different element and different dimensionality on each of your planets. It has a different varying degree on each of your planets, but you understand the point of this conversation. It is a huge concern and must be addressed. We've worked with several councils in several regions of this universe. Many of you are aware from other meetings or other galactic federations of what is happening. We're pleased to have many of those representatives here today in the different federations so that they can start to work together. Because what I want to bring front and center is that this issue is not only in one galaxy or two galaxies. This is an issue that will affect all of you, especially when there are pandemics being brought into the field. You all know what happened before when a pandemic was masterminded to destroy a galaxy. That potential exists now. AI has a root in this pandemic. And if AI takes control, you know what can happen. So the request I have in this meeting today, and the reason for bringing you all together, is to address how each and every one of you can assist. You all know how to create vibrational waves. Now, yes, it's a little tricky because you can't vibrate anything to unbalance and instability to affect something else. You've got the technology, you have the know-how, and you have the ships. You can go to these regions where this is happening. My suggestion is that you create a multi-galactic plan and proposal. Work together. And work with those regions of the galaxies or galaxies that this is happening within. Now, that said, ascension, where we go one, we go all. You know that is our theme. The beauty of this situation is that it is causing you to all come together. Because where you go one, you go all. You must come together and create together and plan together for a result and solution that will serve all of you. Because if you don't, the wave will affect all of you. Yes, we were able to stop it in the one galaxy, and it would only destroy that galaxy. But you know, this modality has been used to destroy many galaxies in many regions of this universe. And it's been stopped at the edge of the galaxy because of the consciousness field distortions that kept it in that dimension only. But I'm here to remind all of you that as these new waves of energy hit you, you are all raising in different vibrations. The whole universe is raising in vibration. And soon, those boundaries, those consciousness field boundaries are no longer going to be effective. Which means that the universe or the galaxies that have been destroyed are going to bleed over into yours. And that energy will enter yours as well. You're at a critical point of time. Every single galaxy, planet that is represented here, you're at a critical point in time. There is a huge shift happening, not only on the second and third world planets, or density planets, it's shifting in every single density that exists in this universe. And once it all shifts in this universe, it will affect all the other universes, consciousness fields, and dynamics. You know how this physics works. You all know it. But till now, you didn't have to address it. I'm here to let you know it's time to address it. Where you go one, you go all. And if you're not working as one right now, you will all go in the direction that is left to take course. It has been suggested by some of the other meetings today. I have been given a summary of that you can send ships into these different areas and create waves of frequency to alter what is happening. That is a very good plan. What I caution you on in that plan is, again, it has to be a coordinated effort, because you can overdo vibrational frequencies as well. It's a fine balance, especially if the species on the planet isn't aware of this wave or isn't familiar with it, and their consciousness field doesn't vibrate to it. Scientific studies are going to be needed here. You're going to need to work in the areas that you are most connected to and most aligned with in the same vibrational pattern. Work together. Where you go one, you go all. This is the principle of oneness. You're all getting asked, encouraged, directed, and guided to learn a new level of oneness in order for all of you to thrive. This is not a time to ignore your neighboring galaxy. This is a time to assure that your neighboring galaxy is healthy in its field. You all know the stories of planets that were destroyed. This is a time to make sure that your neighboring galaxy is supported in whatever way is in the greatest good for all of you. It's a time to let go of disagreements. It is quite fascinating how that ripples through a universe. If one planet is dealing with it, it ripples through to all of you. Very important. This is a critical time in ascension. No more ignoring it, no more hiding your face to it, no more discrediting any information and intel you receive. No more. We are holding this universe accountable to support its neighbors, to support other galaxies and other planetary systems, whether you agree with them or not. Where you go one, you go all. We're at a critical turning point. That is what you all need to know. Namaste. Kyronian ambassador is coming back. That's who was speaking earlier. He's the one we've met, Mark. He's the one we met. Oh, okay.
I remember.
Good. There's a little bit of an uproar going on right now.
Yeah, I can hear it. I can see it.
Galilee, are we? Okay. The ambassador's coming back up in the field. You all heard him. Where we go one, we go all. The meeting was hosted here in Kyronia because we see all beings as equal. We live as a planet that is of equality and oneness. We know that our neighbors do not, and we have dealt with that. But yes, we need to put our boundaries aside. We need to put our differences aside. We need to put our projections of right and wrong aside. We have seen reports of what is happening on some of the planets in different galaxies. And for us here in Kyronia, it's heart-wrenching to even think that these crimes against beings are happening. It's very hard for us. We've had to shut down often to different planetary systems and their food processing hierarchy that just does not resonate with us. But even we have had to let go those concerns and open up our world to allow this meeting today. We have to come together as one. It's an opportunity to shift this whole universe. And the more that we come together as one, which is why we decided to host this, the more that we will see the equality of other beings, the more that we will open our hearts to allow that to happen. Every species, every race has its value. And every species and race has its field of opportunity in duality to grow. If we allow that growth to come from destruction, we'll all suffer. If we allow that growth to come from inspiration and ascension, we will all win. We hosted this group and gathering because it is our intention that we all win. This is a critical time. You get to vote now and decide which choice you're going to make. Are you going to work as one for everyone to win? Or are you going to step aside and allow the cookies to crumble, so to speak? Allow destruction to have its field day. We honor your choices. Namaste. Wow. He's walked off stage. Galilee, is someone else going to speak? No. Each group is being taken to separate rooms to debate this and decide what they are going to do. Is anyone else from Earth here? These are the few stragglers you're seeing, Karen. Okay. And are they all here like Mark and I remotely? Because I'm not seeing a lot. Yes, they are. So we don't get a vote? No. You don't need a vote. You've already voted. We don't want to be destroyed. Correct. Okay. We're already fighting that battle, Mark.
Yes, indeed. I know you and I have talked about this on our own separately and also on many of the calls like this with the Dharma Council Inner Earth many times for years.
The star seeds and the light workers have been fighting this battle. We've been fighting this battle, and yes, we desire to have. So, Galilee, what do we do? Obviously, yes, we have been fighting a battle for a very long time. What else can we do to support that? When we heard that Thierry wanted this meeting and this conference, we thought it was a perfect time to bring you in on this. Because, Mark, your earlier question. Go ahead and ask your earlier question.
The full truth of these viruses here on Earth and their true origin, and then, as we well know, those here on Earth that have used those viruses in the original state and altered and mutated them to where they are now in the pandemic stage.
Go ahead. And you said something earlier, Mark, about what's being done to help that in...
Yeah. With the Andromeda Council and other councils, guardians, working with the Earth Alliance, working with the Space Force of all the countries that are involved in support of our ascension, and including President of the United States, President Trump, and the others that are involved in support of our ascension and what's for the greater good of the planet moving forward.
That was the perfect question that led to this conversation today. And last month when we took you to the planet that was destroyed by a pandemic that AI had controlled, we learned some information that it's being manipulated on your planet as well. Now, we don't want to create fear in any way, shape, or form. The minute we had an inkling of that happening, we contacted these other federations. That's how this group became into being. And apparently it's also being done on 2 other 3D planets as well. The forces that be on your planet are attempting to control others as well. So that is when the ancient builder race was contacted and this meeting was requested. It was requested in time, and that's why it's a critical point of time. And all of this information was brought in today because as these other groups get involved with us and as they figure out ways to vibrationally shift energy on the planets under attack, it will change the whole dynamic. So there is support. In fact, we wanted you to be here today to see the tremendous support that is being utilized and pulled together to support Earth and other planets. But more importantly, you heard Thierry's conversation. It is about oneness. Where we go one, we go all. And Mark, you certainly know very well that if that vibrational field ripples off of Earth, it will affect all other consciousness fields and all other vibrational forces in the entire universe. It will be a wave that will go out. And that was why we were concerned. We're concerned because there isn't as strong a field around your galaxy as there used to be that would have stopped that wave and held it in your galaxy only. It would ripple into the other galaxies. So it was a wonderful opportunity to have this conversation, but it's also a wonderful opportunity for all of these species and races to come together and work as one, work as a cohesive collaboration, which is exactly what's happening on your planet. This virus is creating a collaborative, cohesive effort around your globe. That is the brilliance of the opportunity. And that's what will shift it, so it is not going to be an issue on your planet. We believe that this meeting today, this event, will not only serve the current situation, but will have extraordinary opportunities in the future and cause a whole new wave of collaboration and cooperation throughout the universe. So
question.
We can thank those beings for this, because they are really defeating themselves. They will no longer have the ability to try to take power on any planet after this. Yay! I vote for that.
Well, I love it. So what is the update with the Shimmer Race Alliance and the creation conduits and the work that's being done from that, and anything else that's been added to that as we've been discussed?
There really is no update. I have not been involved with that directly. There is a group working with them, and they are here in this alliance to be a support system. So they are being held in the loop and the group to be part of the collective, and that is something that they will work on more, and that we already know they are willing to help and support not only Earth but the other planets as well. They are working on something that would support the individual planets but then support the whole universe. So I don't have the details of that. I just know that they are part of this collective. Okay. And anything else that we need to know from today? Is there anything else that we need to learn? No, actually, that was it. If you don't have any other questions about this, I have a question. I just came up with a question. Okay, so the beings, the species that are here, that are harming, that wish to do harm and be the controllers and the torturers, and we know them as the Dracos. I'm sure that there are other like-minded species. You would be correct in that statement. What will happen to them as the waves of frequency and the planet shift in ascension? They will, won't they either have to change or leave? And if they left, where would they be taken, or where would they go? Those that are fighting and to die are being taken back to creation, to source, like we have talked about before. They will be given the chance to start over. And those that are wishing, there are some that are opening to the possibility of ascension. What has been so incredibly wonderful, Karen, is the work we've done with the red reptilians and the commander, who sends his love, by the way. He now knows how to use that term. That's amazing. That's amazing. Yes, the consciousness of the red reptilians is growing in leaps and bounds. And it's that 100th monkey idea where the more that grow in the red reptilian, it is allowing a consciousness field for other reptilians to step into. And we're starting to see more and more of the other groups joining the red reptilians. The bases are growing that the commander has been working on, and they're all working in tandem with each other. It's been really wonderful. In fact, we're working on finding a planet for the reptilians to thrive on and grow together and be one in. It's been a wonderful, wonderful opportunity for them to grow. And the more that the different species within the reptilian race grow and accept love and start to develop compassion and empathy and sympathy, the more that that happens, the more that it's filtering over into all species of reptilians. Dracos are the holdout. They're the strong holdout. However, we have hopes that it will shift, and if not, they will be taken back to creation and resourced. Will they be taken back to creation if they're dead, or will they be killed for that purpose? No, only if they die fighting. And unfortunately, many of them are choosing that. There are neuroscience, they're trying to work with neurocognition, frequencies and vibrations, but we're questioning whether that's even fair, because they're being held as prisoners and their brains are being rewired. And is that a free choice? It's being worked on, and it's being looked at as to give them a choice. If they say no, they don't wish that, then they have the opportunity to die. The bottom line is there's not going to be any growth. If that destruction is allowed to continue, there will be no growth. And karma is eating up and destroying too many worlds like Earth. Humanity will die if there isn't a transition. Karen and Mark, you're right. You've been absolutely right about that. That it has to transition. And this lack of compassion that's been inbred into a lot of souls has to shift. Or where we go one, we go all will not exist. Go ahead, Mark.
The question is, because we know another important piece is with the AI, and from your perspective, what has been done up to this point and needs to be done moving forward to counter that?
That's a very good question. And first of all, if you get rid of their hosts, AI doesn't have the control that these apostles bring them. They're holding on, and they're the ones with most of the nanites that are being controlled. And that's the unfortunate part too, that a lot of them are the other opportunity they have is to release the nanites. And we've done that with several beings, and they just were destroyed because the nanites ran their body. So in essence, they were walking robots.
And as you know, they're fighting to get the vaccination with them, which, as you know, President Trump does not want. He wants to do therapies instead, which is better.
Yeah, the nanites can be controlled. If they put nanites in the vaccinations, yes. That would definitely shift humanity. The good news is, though, that if that's the case, we have the technology to remove those nanites that wouldn't destroy the majority of humans. There are many of the Dracos that are so filled with nanites that they can't function without it. So that is the way AI is being addressed at this time. And it's hoped that as your consciousness grows, when you have the opportunity to grow as a consciousness, that will alter the possibility of AI taking over. And if all of the beings that are being controlled and run through nanites are removed, then you will have a field in which you can grow beyond the control and coexist with it. We're working on that on many planets, and it's been successful. So we are sure that we can have that happen on Earth as well. Right now, we just have to shift this pandemic wave of energy and alter the potential and the timeline that you can move forward on.
Anything Karen and I can do in service to support that, just let us know directly, and we'll do everything we can, as you well know.
You already are. So thank you. All right. It is time to end this conversation and get Karen back. Okay, guys. So is there anything else to say before I end this recording, Galilee? Just namaste. We are honored to work with you, and I feel honored. I know Mark and I feel honored to work with you as well, and all of these amazing beings. Will you please thank the ambassador for me? Oh, he's right
and
here.
And me as well.
Namaste.
Oh, wow.
Oh, he's
Namaste.
taking my hand. And we're doing the namaste bow. Thank you. It is always a joy to see you again.
Thank you, Ambassador. Thank you.
You are
we
very
love and
welcome,
appreciate all the
Mark.
work you're doing.
And you as well. You two are powerhouses on the planet. I've seen the light force that you've sent out. Continue to do the meditations. You want to know how you can serve? Continue doing what you're doing. And that's the message I want to leave everyone with on your show, is that when you call forth the higher selves of all benevolent beings to meditate and pray with you and send out prayers and send out love to the planet, it is a collective of energy that is just as powerful as what we've asked every single species to do, to send you frequency waves. It is just as powerful. Continue to do that, and you will serve yourselves. You will serve all of the planet and all beings and all species. That is the opportunity. And that will allow the oneness on Earth as well as what we're working on in the collective. Namaste to both of you. I must move on. But it was good to see you again, Karen. Good to see you again. Namaste.
Yeah, we're looking forward to meeting with you and the others physically, not just virtually. He waved.
For all those who don't understand, I said it earlier, I used to live on this planet, and I knew this ambassador then. He remembered me and showed me the lifetime where I was a dragon rider. I was killed in service, and greatly valued on the planet. So we ourselves know each other. So, all right, Galilee, namaste. We look forward to next month, and we will honor the request being made and continue to do the work to send love to the planet every day. Thank you. Namaste, everyone, for now. We'll see you next week. You can find
any blessings to all. Thank you.
You can find our information with the summaries of this show and with the show notes. Bye for now.
Namaste.